A special welcome to all of you already locked in here to the live feed that I'm producing here for you guys. Today being the 7th day of September 2024, I'm about to have a very interesting, I must say, candid discussion with the lady that you've seen in the frame. She'll tell you her name in just a bit. A situation that she called me sometime earlier in the day about. And she expressed the thought that she would like to have this interview to let you guys in the public be aware as well of a situation that she's going through, has been going through for some time, with her husband, that is, being in a nursing home here in Dominica. So without much more in terms of me, let me just say, good afternoon to you, ma'am. How are you?
Good afternoon, Lofty. I'm good, but going for a little tip, I'll be all right.
Going for a little tip, I like that.
I'll be all right.
What's the name, may I ask?
My name is Agatha Toussaint Shillingford, and I'm here this afternoon to really speak out for the elderly people, like the senior citizens, like my husband. He's a victim of the COVID vaccine. 2 years ago, he took the COVID vaccine in the US, and the side effect of the COVID vaccine caused him to get the early stage of dementia. Okay. And we were good for the past 2 years. We were good. He was good with me. We were at home, enjoying our little selves. I was posting videos, pictures of us on Facebook. Everything was nice. But earlier this year, I took him out from the estate, and I brought him to town to stay because up there he could no longer handle it by himself. So I brought him to stay in town with me because I'm the owner of a preschool and I live in town.
Okay.
I go up on the weekends to stay with him and stuff. So he was there good for about a month, 2 months, and then he said he wants to go up to car home. That's where he lived. It became very overwhelmed for him. So he started opening the door and running away, going out, and people would tell me, well, oh, look, I see him go here. So it was a little stressful for me to having to wake up in the morning, he's not there, the door open, it was a risk for him and myself.
Yes.
I would put it like that. So I remembered that there's a place up in Mondania called Fax that I had visited in 2020 when I came down.
Before you go there, Agatha, what is your husband's name?
Herbert Shillingford.
Herbert Shillingford. Okay, thank you.
And he's not a vicious person. Anybody that knows him will tell you. Very cool, calm,
most people know him as Herbie.
Most people know him as Herbie.
Yes.
One of Dominica top mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I ended up going up there in 2020 to visit a teacher of mine. And the place looked nice. She was in a room by herself. I spoke with her, So that popped up. I said, you know what? Let me call and get some information about there and see if I could, put him up there, because leaving him at home with people to take care of him is not going to work, because when he decides to go to Kao, I can't even stop him much as for somebody. Yeah. And then I tried my nieces, and although he knew them, he was still, so I said the best place for him, let me try to put him up there so he can be safe. But the environment is also good. It reminds him of his area, because there is an area where they have space in the yard, and it's the scenery is similar to where he knows. Okay, so I decided to put him in August. But I went away for a little while, and he left the house before I went away, and they found him all the way at Massa. And they brought him to his sister's house.
Okay.
So when they brought him to the sister's house, the sister brought him back home the night before. So I said to her, look, this is so overwhelming for me. And she said to me, okay, I will take him. So she called me the next day, she told me pack his stuff, her daughter will pick him up. And they did, and they brought him up. So when he reached up there, maybe he was a little too much for the sister, because the sister herself is retired, her husband is retired. So maybe it was a little bit too much for them. So the niece texted me and she said, look, it's a little bit too much for mom, and I know you already plan to put him up there. So can I go up there and see if I can get them to take him in early? So I said, go ahead. Do whatever you have to do for your uncle.
Yes.
I'm fine with it. So in July, she put him up there. When I came back, I went up, checked him out, spoke with him. But they put him Belfast. They didn't put him London. They put him at Belfast, because they also have a place at Belfast.
Okay.
When I got there, I saw my husband, 2 women, and a man with a young lady in the facility. Another time I came back, I met a doctor, a female doctor. I spoke with her. I told her about the medication, because the medication does make him get a little off edge, because he is not fully there. He is just mild. It's a mild thing, because he still remembers a lot of things. He'll keep a conversation with you, as you know, but he will go down a little stretch in between the conversation and then catch back and come back. Mm-hmm. Long story short, they admitted him and brought him to Belfast. I met the young lady, we spoke, and then during the conversation, I said to her, he does give you trouble, huh? She said, me? If he give me trouble, I lock him in his room. So that created a red flag for me. And I felt real uneasy, because living in the States, I know about nursing homes, because for my extra credits in college, I volunteered my work study at a nursing home. And I seen, different at nursing homes. Yes. And I know that's not one of the things that you do, unless the person is really aggressive to get people to put them in what you call, it's like a straitjacket or whatever, to keep them
in a confined area.
Confined, right.
Area, yeah.
Okay, so when she said that, I didn't say anything. I just shook my hand and I stayed with him, we spoke. They don't want me to go here, they don't want me to go there, I have to stay here. Everything is, limited. I didn't tell anybody what days I was going to come. I just used to show up. So it disturbed them. So when I came there one time, they said to me, did you call the office? So I said, but I never called the office. Oh, well, you have to call the office, because they say COVID is high and they don't want the clients to get sick. She gave me a mask, I went in. So I called the office and I said, I'm going to come in on a Wednesday to bring his snacks for him, and a Sunday, maybe to pick him up, take him out, or stay there with him. I told the office that. But I remembered in the States, a lady gave them her time, and she used to come before her time or after her time to check up to see what was going on with her mother. So I did the same thing. So when I show up, I see the young lady. I stand up by the gate for a good while, a good 20 minutes, and I keep saying, I'm here to see my husband, can you open the gate? And then she came out with the phone in her hand, she opened the gate. I went in his room, pissed all over, cleaned it up, cleaned him up, let him take a shower, sat with him, spoke with him, put the dirty pants out, I left. On the 27th of August, I'm getting a call from the owner, Therese. Oh, Mrs. Shillingford, your husband just attacked a staff, and we have to carry him up to Mount Daniel. So I said, my husband attacked a staff? No. Now that I flicked back, I remember I brought the snacks. She took pictures of the snacks. And I asked her, why are you taking pictures of the snacks? She said to send up to the office, which I find was kind of weird. I didn't pay it no mind. So when they took him up to Mount Daniel, she said, there are men up there, so they're going to take him up to Mount Daniel. So I still figure Mount Daniel is the place that I knew, or maybe better than the place that I knew. Okay, I left. I did what I had to do in the school, because I was getting renovated and everything. And then I went up to Mount Daniel. I sat in the yard with him the first day. We spoke. And then he said to me, baby, I feel like going to jump over the wall. I don't want to stay here. Take me with you. So I said, baby, you're not there for long. Just relax. She called me. Tell me my husband wants to talk to you. He said, baby, come. I want to see you. So I go back up the next day. Because whenever he called me, I make a point of duty to go. I drop in whatever I do in and I go in. When I reach up there, I sit down with him under the tree where they have the little seat. And he telling me, baby, my phone missing. I say, your phone missing? He said, yes, my phone missing. I said, take me to your room.
Just take it easy, yes.
Loftus, when I got to the room where they have my husband, a little cubic, like what I saw my teacher in, but it was she alone. And Lofty, one bed to the right, one bed to the left, and my husband bed to the side. 3 beds in that little room. The 2 men are bedridden. My husband is not bedridden. My husband moves about. They might be sick. My husband is not sick. My husband suffers with the dementia. It is a sickness, but not a bedridden sickness yet. He ain't reached that stage yet. So when I saw that, I was so angry. The only thing I could do was burst into tears. And I walk out, and I watch in the hallway full of chairs. Them push the chairs, the wheelchairs, full of wheelchairs. And these people just sitting in the wheelchair there. I don't know why, what, and Lofty, it's just a terrible sight. And I'm walking out and the staff saw me and the staff say, you crying? Lofty, I don't answer the staff because right now I'm ready to just blow. Because that kind of money I pay, and I seen my husband in that condition, Lofty. The kind of person I am, Lofty, I'm ready to blow. So the staff went in and the staff said to her, Mrs. Shillingford's crying. She run out. She said, it's okay. I said, look, Therese, because I went to school with her.
Okay.
She's my schoolmate.
Okay.
And we did a lot of racketing back then in school, so I know her very well. So, and then she left and went to England. You know, she had just left school and St. Martin's School and went to England. So I said to her, Therese, my husband is not staying in that condition that you have these other people. I prefer to take my husband home right now. I have a vehicle outside there waiting for me than I allow my husband to stay here any longer. Not a second, not a minute. And I'm crying because I want to. She didn't know. She said, okay, come down, Agatha. You know we are friends. I'm so happy that we reunited. Come down. I'll take care of it. I was so emotional. I left. And she did. She took my husband out immediately. Because when I called back and I came up there, they didn't open the gate for me because they said, my husband is already at Belfast. So I went back down to Belfast, knocked the gate. I asked the same person that my husband got into the altercation with. It's the same person they put my husband back in Belfast. We have my husband, another gentleman, and 2 women being in a house without no cameras, just one young lady shift. The next young lady come, another young lady come, one doctor come, one nurse, and then they leave. They leave one person with these 4 people that suffered from dementia in there. Okay? So I entered. My husband he still had the clothes on him and the odor was unbearing. I took my husband to the bathroom to give my husband a shower. Loftus, when I took off my husband's hat, Loftus, my husband have one long cut. I showed you the picture.
Yes, you did.
In his head. When I took off my husband's shirt, my husband have one big plaster on his back. When I lift up the plaster. My husband have one deep laceration in his back. And the same person that did that to my husband is right there. Tom Nichols only know me. But I calm myself. I started praying, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, and my husband watching me, and both of us watching each other. And he said, baby, go with me, please. Just so. Wow. I dress him. I said, baby, I'm going to go with your clothes, your suitcase. Stay here. Wait for me. The bus driver had to pick up his passengers. So when he dropped me back, he told me, but it was too late. So I called his niece and I said, go up, check your uncle, because your uncle is back with that same person, and I don't know if she's going to feed him. I don't know what's going on. Go up. So I called Mary Therese and I left a voice note for her. And I let her have it. And I said to her, my husband is not going to stay in your facility anymore. I am going to pick up my husband. If I have to buy a deadbolt and put on my door for my husband not to leave the house, I will buy one and put. And when I go there, tell your staff, don't stop me. Yesterday I go and pick up my husband, because I decide that kind of laceration, and he keep telling me, baby, my hip, my leg. Lofty, when I watch my husband's side, all that swell up with Lofty on the side. Behind my husband's head. Lofty, let me tell you something, Lofty. I doesn't take those kind of things light. But Father God has blessed me. I'm an owner of a preschool. And I've been struggling so much to reach to a peak that Father God has blessed me and placed me in a position where I don't have to ask no government, nobody for nothing for my preschool. He has blessed me with Bunny Spear, the reggae artist from Jamaica, who gave me a trip in July to come down to Jamaica. So we I've been doing it by myself. I got promises and promises and promises. Myself and the Prime Minister came through a verbal war. A verbal war. I had a verbal war with him because he told me, he promised to help me when I was down Pottersville. And I ended up losing the place because he promised and promised and promised. And just because I made one comment under a post, he called me. And Lofty, I left him, because I find if I'm asking you to help me with government children, as you all saying, and you go try to mama guy me and telling me, oh, you're not supposed to say this, you're not supposed to say that, or you don't vote, you don't register to vote, so we're not giving you nothing. I never went back, no Lofty. Wow. I never went back, no Lofty. Lofty, I stood my grounds. When that man tell me, don't come and ask for nothing, Lofty, I stood my grounds. And Lofty, that is a party that I was rallying for while I was in the US, because I thought it was what it used to be. But when I came down, and I couldn't fit in. I'm a humble servant. I cannot fit in. Because knowledge without action is poverty. You hear me? Anyway, back to the home. I said to her, when I come for my husband, tell your staff, please do not stop me. When I went there yesterday, another young lady there, alone with everybody, she opened the gate for me. My husband nowhere to be seen. When I say, good afternoon, hubby, he opened the door. Baby, oh my God. He come out. I say, what happened? He locked in. The other two, the only person that was out with her is the one that has helped them around in the, is that one of the ladies that has helped them. Yes. That was the only one that was out. All the others was inside. Okay? So I grabbed the rest of the stuff that was there, and I tell him, I put clothes on him, I tell him, let's go, we're going. So I asked the young lady to open the gate. Oh, I'm not opening the gate for you. I said, miss, you are holding me hostage against my will because you open the gate for me to come in. You have to open the gate for me to go out. Lofty, I push my hand in my bag for me to take my phone to call. You hear me? Because I fly in the staff room, you know, for me to get the key because she don't want to open the gate. And I want to go because I already vexed. And she trying to stir me up more. And I'm fighting to control my temper to get out. The only way I want to go is get out. Because if I don't get out, so I want to go out. The young lady refused to open the gate until she got in contact. Suri, call boss. Suri called boss. And then boss said to her, no, open the gate. You cannot open the gate. Because she lives in England. So she know. Alright? She opened the gate. I left. When I reached home, my whole police calling me. My whole police telling me, did you go to the facility in Belfast? I said yes. Well, the staff made a report that you come in the facility and pull a knife on her. Lofty, if I don't even go in there, Lofty, because if I had pulled out a knife in that facility, Lofty, I would not be here talking to you because I am already enraged about the state that this woman has these people up in Mount Daniel. 6 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people in one room in a cubic. These people cannot even get up and turn around. If one's sick, everybody in there sick. That is a Dominica COVID center that up there. And I am appealing to the Minister of Health and Environmental Health to go up there and help these senior citizens because they are in an execution camp up there. Lofty, if you see the state of these people, 3 people, 4 people, then they have a building in the yard that they build. Lofty, and these people inside, they're like sardine, an execution camp waiting to die. Lofty, I was going to film, but then I say I might get in trouble. So I just hold back my phone. But Lofty, I was going, and then another thing that came to my head was take all the people out of India because I'm a black power. I was a black power. I was a member of the Mongoose gang. Okay? I was in Jeddah. I was a member of the Dominica Defense Force. I was the last man standing with Patrick John, May 29th. I was the one that brought Patrick John down with Lando from ministry down to the car for us to drive off to take him home. I was the last man standing with Patrick John. I was just a teenager. You hear me? I was born 27 King George V Street, the middle of Roseau. Zafa Esmi Epi Toussaint. I have no fear. I have no fear. I am not a slave to fear. So the thing that came into my head was back in the days with Desmond Trotter and Roy Mason and there. You see elderly people? We doesn't make nobody abuse elderly people. That is our thing back in our days. We would help them to carry their bags. I used to carry a young girl, black, carrying elderly people bags for them wherever they go. You hear me? Children and elderly, I have a passion for them. When I saw that, my mind was just take out everybody, put them on the lawn, call the fire station, call the police, and just light inside there. Because that there is a disease camp. And it's only a matter of time. You hear me? Only a matter of time before something desperate happens up there. It's dangerous for these elderly people. And somebody needs to do something. Because Marie Therese living a lavish life. She bragging and boasting for me. And I congratulating her about her success. But it's on the backs of these poor elderly people. $3,500 she charging a month for my husband. And you telling me your staff abusing my husband, and you telling me my husband abused the staff, and when I went and looked at the staff don't have not one scratch, nothing on her body. Lofty, they don't know who they're dealing with on this matter. You hear me? Everybody have a right to earn their business. Everybody have a right to make a living. Everybody have a right to earn a daily bread. earn it honestly, with dignity. That is rip-off on these elderly people. Mr. Pemberton went by the kitchen. Come on here! Mr. Pemberton run down. The man started shaking. The staff that doing that to the man.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about, I feel your pain, eh? Agatha,
I hurt him.
I feel that pain.
I never put my hand on my husband. Let me tell you, we were coming up here one time, and you remember when they were fixing all the road?
Yes.
And we were riding the truck, we were going by his nephew, by his niece.
Yes.
And the truck touched one like that, the stand, it right on the thing. And the Spanish man find as though he want to come and talk big to my husband. Lofty, I grab a cutlass here and the Spanish man run. I never, ever put my hand on him. I will shout, baby, put that down, put that, you know, it will get to me. It will get to me because it's a lot. You understand? And like I said, I can bear it because I've been bearing it for all this years and nobody don't know. I've been a happy camper because I pray a lot. I pray a lot. I believe in my prayer. And when I pray and ask God to just smooth the pain and smooth everything, yes, he does. You understand me? Because I know how to light my lamp and say my prayers. I raised up with a very strong spiritual parent, my mother. You hear me, Lofty? And it hurting me to see the kind of laceration. You have the pictures. The kind of laceration that my husband, a man that never put his hand. Lofty, I just need, well, me and the PM, he wanted me to come and do apology, and I told him I don't do those stuff. But PM, I appealing to you and Mr. Kasani Laville and environmental health. Please, I begging, please do something for these elderly people that are up in Mont Daniel. Because if you all don't visit there, go visit. If you all need to help her to get a bigger place, help her to get a bigger place. But she has taken up too many patients. And the place is overcrowded and she is short of staff. Do you know the lady have somebody that was picking up garbage, working with sanitation, up there working with the elderly? How is that? How is that happening? How you come out from working on the streets with city council, pushing a barrow, picking up garbage, to a facility with elderly people? I know you ain't trained nobody. Because if they were trained, that altercation would not happen. Because she would know how to talk him out of it. Okay, it's not so we're doing it. Come on, calm down. It's so. All right, do you want you? Okay, I back enough. Okay, take it, fine. It's good. Keep it, it's good. And you back up. You back away. You don't raise your hands until you can bite my husband in his back. Lofty, we count all the teeth and them. We count the teeth, the mark of the teeth and them in the laceration, Lofty. And then on his head, the woman is telling me that when he and the staff was in the scuffle, he fell down and bounced his head. Lofty, when we were small and we bounced over, it didn't make a big bump. Our mother take a penny and put on it and press it down, right? Yes. My husband has, I showed it to you, right? Yes, my husband has a scar from the top here to the bottom here and the deep hole with the piece of dry skin in it. Lofty, if I had to take action in my hands, I would not. But like I told you, God has blessed me. Satan cannot get me back in his kingdom. I have turned my back away. I'm a living testimony of the miracles that God can create in somebody. Lofty, I was out there from 16 years old, tried battered band, any and everything. I was in there. And I grew up from a prayerful parent. And I know when I sat down with my mother, I used to go all about and pray. La Salette, way of the cross, all about. When my mother on the bed for truck going, I have 2 big stones in my pocket because I used to wear pants to protect my mother, you know. And I hop the truck, whether we go Point Michel, whether we go Massa, whether we go way of the cross, up Mont Daniel, anywhere and everywhere. my mother was going. When it come to a last salad time, I used to go with my mother. St. Anne, St. Peter, St. Paul, everybody. You hear me? I was a member of the young confirmed Christians. In spite of all my badness, I still kept my faith. I still kept praying. Because he tells us to come as we are. No matter how we are all his children. And Lofty, I beat drugs. I beat drugs without rehab. Lofty, I used to be on the road selling, using, running, doing all. I fight all that on my own, Lofty. You hear me? I went back to college, graduated with honor roll. Honored student. Honors. 3.444. You hear me? I left college and I went to university. I got my degree in early childhood education. And I got my degree in human development. I came back to Dominica in 2020 to serve my country. I started working with the government in early childhood. Ugly. Protocol have people doing things beyond their destiny, beyond their dignity, beyond people's destiny. It was just ugly. Nothing working for nobody. And all they're doing is sending you out there to hustle. People, oh, fix this, fix that, and they're not helping. I couldn't stay in it. I left. I opened my own preschool. And from the time I did that, Lofty, I am more content. I am more comfortable. And I am more happy. Because I love what I'm doing. It's a passion. Sure. But the devil don't want to leave me in peace. The devil wants me back in his kingdom. And it's not happening. So this is why I'm here. And this is why I'm going to go to the law. I'm going to do it the right way. Okay? Yeah. I didn't pull no knife. And I'm not pulling no knife.
So let's get back to the altercation that you said your husband and this worker had at Belfast. Mm-hmm. What did your husband tell you about that incident?
He said, baby, and I knew it, you know, I knew it. He said, baby, she come in the room to take my snack. Mm-hmm. And I tell her, put it back. And she didn't want to put it back. And I take it from her. When I take it from her, baby, she hit me. And we start tussling because I want to take my snack. And baby, she hit me one lash in my head. And baby, it hit me so hard, I hold my head. And then I fell on my back. I believe him. They think he fully dementia. But he's not. Because we keep conversations. I only put him up there to keep him safe. Until I find a place with a yard. Because that's what I'm, you know, that's where I'm at. Yes. You understand? Because I say, you know what? He really want to go up on the estate. But if I get a place with a yard, you know, he can... scenery, same scenery up there, I'll be fine. Even though it's in the country, you know? So in the meantime, I still doing my little school, still doing my little hustle, and I feel that he's safe up there. You know? The money, I don't, because I know he's safe. He's not at home where he's running out and going.
And you say the money is $3,500.
That's what I paid. His niece paid the first $3,500 for July, because the shit that took him there.
And that's per month.
Yeah. And I just paid the other $3,500 US, EC, from his money that was sent from the US. Yeah. I put the rest and I paid them. And you all telling me, after I pay you all, let me tell you, if I discovered that before I pay them, they would have never took no money from me. Hear me? But I just discovered that day before yesterday, the laceration to his body, because they keep hiding it. A big plaster here, choking his hat on his head. I cannot understand how this woman have the audacity to take my husband and bring him back to the place where he had an altercation with that same worker. And that worker is there with them by herself. No cameras. 4 dementia patients with 1 young woman. And then another one comes in after she leaves. And all they have is their phone. And the quickest thing they can say, sorry, call boss. Sorry, call boss. By the time boss reached down there, what happened? You know, that's if they're trained for CPR.
You visited Mount Daniel and also Belfast. Roughly how many people are in these institutions?
Belfast was my husband, another elderly man, and 2 women, 4.
4, okay.
Mount Daniel, it have a portion in the yard, a portion in the middle, too many. It's overcrowded up there.
Okay.
If I am telling you that the room he was in had 3 beds, and you're walking down the aisle and you're seeing in the rooms there are more than 1 bed. If somebody paying you $3,500 a month, why you have the person in a room with 2 other people or 3 other people? Lady, not Gaffy. Gaffy, I respect your program.
So, where do you intend to take it from there?
Where do I intend to take it from there?
Yes.
Lofty, I just told you I'm going to do it the legal way.
Okay.
Because, let me tell you, if I have to go back in Satan's kingdom, my husband going to suffer, I will lose more. I have more at risk now for me to lose.
Okay.
You understand what I'm telling you, Lofty? Because the outlaw in me has died out. I prayed out that outlaw. The anger in me, I prayed it out. It's out. I will get mad, but I won't get angry. Because when I get angry, I'm scared of myself.
So since that incident, did the owner of the place call you to make any amends or talk to you, anything about?
She sent texts to me, and all she's talking about is, oh, we just met, we just reunited, and I'm telling her this, and I'm telling her that. I asked for pictures. Even his niece asked for pictures of the incident the same day it happened. The niece has not get the pictures. I asked her for pictures. No pictures. Okay? I'm the one that took pictures. I sent them to you. Nobody sent pictures to me. I sent the pictures to his niece. And when I went down there, the young lady has no mark, nothing. Nothing. But my husband is the one that attacked her. But he's the one that has 2 big lacerations. Now you, as a worker, dealing with people with dementia, why are you even putting your teeth in my husband's back? Because you and I count the teeth marks, right? So why you putting she bite him so deep that a piece of flesh came out. And when you open the photo, you can see, we count them, right? Yes, we count them.
I saw them, yes.
We count the teeth marks in the photo. I'm not taking it. His knee, his side, he has a big bump right here. Last night, my husband said, I can't turn. When I turn him over, he said, ah. I said, what happened? When I touched it, he has a bump right there. I was going to bring him by doctor today, but doctor closed 12, and I was at Whitchurch doing my little school giveaway, because I was down there giving away crayons, you know, and selling liquor, you know. So I always do that every year. So I said, you know what, Monday school opening, but I have staff. I'm going to take some time out and take him to doctor. We'll do an extra and do everything, and I'm going to take it from there. I have an attorney.
There are some people as well, Agatha, who deals primarily with the elderly, like, what's her name, Mary, Olivachi and stuff.
No, you're not going nowhere.
No, I'm saying at least you could just report the incident to them as well, because they are part and parcel of the societal people who deal with the elderly and situations like that as well. So at least you can refer to them, bring it to their attention
Let me tell you something, eh? I'm going to tell you straight up, eh? Membet, Mempoel. All of them is the same dirty dollars. All of them. Because I tried to talk to her on the phone, the owner, and hear what she tell me. A minister is calling me, I'll call you back. Just so. I swear to God. A minister is calling me, I'll call you back. And she never called me back. While I was discussing the incident with her. All I was asking her for, could you please send me some pictures of the staff? What happened to your staff? Can you please send me some pictures? Let me see what happened to your staff. Oh, Agatha, minister is calling me, I'll call you right back. Never call me again.
Somebody's making a suggestion on the live feed. I don't know if you'll take it. Get someone who's responsible to look after him at home. He
good.
Okay.
He good. Because the only reason, like I told you, the only reason I put him there, I had my niece, 2 of my nieces there with it. But then when he wants to go on the estate, because that's his life. You understand? When he wants to go, when you went up there with him,
yes, I went up.
And when he wants to go up there, let me tell you, that is why I chose up there, because the scenery reminds him of up there.
Yes.
So when he in the yard, he think he up there, he walking around, you know. This is why I told him I want to get a place in the yard. Because as far as up there, I cannot bring him up there. Because if something happened to him, and I have to take him out from up there to bring him down, especially when rain falling, the road is not. They helped me to fix the road one time. That was like 4 years ago, and they just, vegetation has taken over. The road is a mess. The road is like a death trap. So in order, if something happened to him in the night and I have to come down with him, me, that driver there, that want to get to the hospital, quick, you understand? I'm not taking the chance. That is why I have him, and I have my school in town. That is why I kept him in town with me. But he'll be all right.
Yeah, I feel your pain based on your sentiments here.
He'll be all right.
I can feel the emotion coming through, and I just want to ask you to just take it easy. Keep doing what you have been doing in terms of being on the right side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And everything will work out for the best.
I know that, sir.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'll tell you something. When you see the results of your prayers, you have to stay focused.
True.
When God opened the door for you, you have to remain focused. Satan is going to come. He's going to come on every corner, every edge. Let me tell you, he tackled my daughter in America, you know. My daughter coming out from dropping her daughter to her program, after school program. And she reached on a intersection. And a vehicle, a aged man, a senior, just came out from under, boom, into my daughter's vehicle. And I pray for my children. I pray for my grandchildren. I pray for my husband. I pray for my enemies and my friends. I pray for my school children. I pray for their parents. When I pray in the morning in my house, people down there know I pray. You hear me? And I have seen the results of my prayers. Because if I did not see the results of my prayers, maybe I would be dead or in jail for life. Because of the life that I used to live.
Agatha, before I ask you for your final thoughts here, I just want to encourage you, continue to be encouraged to not to let, as you say, the evil thoughts take over your
I have done that already because I'm here. I have done that already, Lofty, because I'm here.
True.
I'm here.
And I just want to thank you as well for, using my platform to vent, as it were, and let other people know the problem, the pain, the travail that you have been going through for some time. So thank you.
And a lot of people see me and I laughing with everybody, but let me tell you, when you're praying, stress cannot take you.
You have a very strong voice as well.
When you pray, stress, I got in my speech class.
Okay. You have a very powerful voice.
And when you pray, Lofty, and you know, and you see the results, and you know how you pray, Lofty, it's hard for anything to really capture you and keep you captive, because you can pray your way out of it. You understand? And I just want to appeal to the Prime Minister, PM. You and I had our conflict. I honestly need somebody, whether it's Kasani Laville, you and I have sat down so many times and spoke. Kasani, we have spoken so much when you just came in, and when I just came down. You were such a promising politician back then. Kasani, please, Kasani, I'm begging you, do something. I don't know if it's you she was going to talk to when she said to me, a minister is calling me, I'll call you back. If it's you, Kasani, please send a couple people up there. Send environmental help. The same way I need to send environmental help to the preschools, send environmental help up to Mount Daniel. In fact, please, I beg in all you. If not, the blood of these elderly people that's suffering up there will fall on all your backs.
All right, Agatha, thank you very much.
You're welcome, my brother, and I thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
I thank you very much.
And your husband as well. And just keep the faith.
Yes, brother.
Keep the faith.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, keep the faith. All right, folks, that's how we're going to bring it down here this evening in terms of the discussion here with Agatha Toussaint Shillingford. You heard her, nothing more to say. All I will say here in terms of fairness of the media, I will also give the person that she's referring to in terms of the management or manager of facts, that facility up at Mount Daniel, equal time as well to come and basically say her piece in terms of refuting or debunking whatever was said here, or even agreeing with what was said here this afternoon. So I have played my part in one way. I'm looking forward to play my part in the other way, to try to bring some kind of solution to the matters, the many, many matters that arise in Dominica on a daily basis.
Yes,
so thank you, Dominicans. I'll open that phone up again at 6 o'clock with the live that I normally have with you. So until then, bye-bye.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Take care, Gaffer.